Good afternoon, dear members. I, Santosh Haldankar, Company Secretary of HDFC Bank, extend a warm welcome to all our members for this meeting of equity shareholders, convened as per the direction of the Honorable National Company Law Tribunal, Mumbai Bench, wide order dated October 14, 2022. I have with me Mr. Gautam Doshi, who is the chairperson appointed by National Company Law Tribunal for this meeting. As you are aware, this meeting is being called for the purpose of considering the composite scheme of amalgamation among HDFC Investments Limited and HDFC Holdings Limited and Housing Development Finance Corporation Limited and HDFC Bank Limited and their respective shareholders and creditors. Pursuant to the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Securities and Exchange Board of India, this meeting is being held through two-way video conferencing. A live webcast of the proceedings of this meeting is also provided on the website of NSDL. The bank has received 3 corporate representations for 116 crore equity shares of the bank, which represents 20.97% of the total voting share capital of the bank. More than 30 members are present, and accordingly, the quorum is present for this meeting. While we had provided remote e-voting facility to the members before the meeting, I would like to inform the members that the said facility is also available during this meeting. Members who have not yet cast their vote may cast the same after conclusion of the meeting. Please note that members who have already voted on the resolution by way of remote e-voting earlier will not be able to vote again. Participation of members through video conferencing is being reckoned for the purpose of quorum. The notice convening this meeting has been sent to you all in advance through electronic means, speed post. An advertisement of the said notice convening the meeting was also published. With the permission of the members, I shall now take the notice convening this meeting as read. To avoid disturbances, all the members who have joined the meeting have by default been placed on mute mode. Members who have registered themselves as speakers will be unmuted by the moderator on their name being called out for speaking. Members seeking any technical assistance during the meeting may reach out to the helpline numbers provided in the notice. Without taking much time, I would request Mr. Gautam Doshi to take this meeting forward. Over to you, Mr. Doshi.
Thank you, Mr. Haldankar. Ladies and gentlemen, and equity shareholders of HDFC Bank, as mentioned by the company secretary, I have been appointed by NCLT to chair this meeting. I would like to start with introducing the esteemed board members and senior executives of the bank who are attending this meeting. Mr. Chakravarti, Chairman and Independent Director of the bank. Mr. Shashi Jagdishan, Managing Director.
Sorry to interrupt you. It looks like your microphone is muted.
Apologies. Ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Mr. Haldankar. Good afternoon to all of you. As mentioned by the company secretary, I have been appointed by NCLT to chair this meeting. I would like to start with an introduction of the esteemed board members and senior executives of the bank attending this meeting. Mr. Atanu Chakravarti, Chairman, Mr. Shashi Jagdishan, Managing Director and CEO, Mr. Umesh Sarangi, Independent Director, Mr. Ranganath, Independent Director and Chairman of Audit Committee, Mr. Sanjeev Sachar, Independent Director and Chairman of the NRC, Mrs. Renu Karnad, Non-Executive Director and Nominee Director of HDFC, Mr. Sandeep Parekh, Independent Director, Mr. Malay Patel, Independent Director and Chairman of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee, Dr. Sunita Maheshwari, Independent Director, Ms. Lily Vedera, Independent Director, Mr. Kaizad Bharucha, Executive Director, and Mr. Srinivasan Vaidyanathan, Chief Financial Officer of the bank. I also thank Mr. Sanjay Khemani, representative of Nissim, Joint Statutory Auditors of the bank, Mr. Sharad Vasant, representative of Pricewaterhouse and Company, Joint Statutory Auditors of the bank, Mr. Ashish Ahuja, Mr. Gopal Bankar and MS Binti Dave, representatives of Vadya Gandhi and Company, who are legal counsel of the bank, and Mr. Dhaval Gadda, practicing company secretary, who is appointed as scrutinizer for this meeting, and other senior management team of the bank who are attending this meeting. As informed by the company secretary, the quorum for the meeting is present, and accordingly, with the permission of the members, I will call this meeting to order. As this meeting is being held through video conferencing, the facility for appointment of proxies by the members, which includes public shareholders, is not applicable. I have been given sufficient evidence to demonstrate that HDFC Bank has made all feasible efforts to enable the members to participate and vote on the matter being considered at this meeting. In compliance with various MCA circulars, the Companies Act, read with the rules framed thereunder, and the SEBI listing regulations, the facility of remote e-voting as well as e-voting during this meeting has been provided to all the members. The remote e-voting facility commenced on Tuesday, November 22 at 9 a.m. and ended yesterday on Thursday, November 24, 22 at 5 p.m. Those members who have not cast their vote through remote e-voting may vote during the meeting by clicking on the Vote tab, which will be visible on their screens once the voting begins. The voting shall commence after the conclusion of the Q&A session. Members who have already voted through remote e-voting will not be able to vote again. Mr. Dhaval Gadda, practicing company secretary, has been appointed as scrutinizer by NCLT to scrutinize the e-voting during the meeting and remote e-voting process to ensure that they are conducted in a fair and transparent manner. The rationale and other necessary information, including salient features of the scheme, are mentioned in the explanatory statement appended to the notice convening this meeting, which has been circulated to all the members. I am sure you must have read it. I put forth the matter for your consideration. In the notice dated October 17, 22, the resolution proposed for adoption by the members is mentioned. I take the same to have been read by the members. Since the resolution forming part of the notice has already been voted on through remote e-voting and as provided in the secretarial standards relating to general meetings, there will be no proposal and seconding of the resolution. Neither will be there a voting by show of hands. The scheme shall be considered approved by the equity shareholders if the resolution mentioned in the notice has been approved by majority of persons representing 3/4 in value of the equity shareholders e-voting during the meeting or by remote e-voting in terms of the provisions of sections 230 to 232 of the Companies Act. Further, as per the relevant SEBI circular, the scheme of arrangement shall be acted upon only if the votes cast by the public shareholders in favor of the proposal are more than the number of votes cast by the public shareholders against it. Members who have registered themselves as speakers can express their views, queries. The moderator will call out the speaker's name one at a time and will simultaneously unmute the audio. Speakers may also turn on their videos while speaking. Once the speaker finishes, the moderator will put the speaker on mute. If for any reason there is connectivity issue at the speaker's end, the speaker will be disconnected and the next speaker will be invited to speak. Once connectivity is restored, the earlier speaker will be again given a chance to speak after all the other speakers. I would like to remind the members that this meeting has been exclusively convened at the directions of the Honorable NCLT only to discuss the composite scheme of arrangement and is not for any other agenda. For other agenda, members may get in touch with the bank later. I request the members to keep their questions brief and specific. To avoid repetition, the answers to all the questions will be provided towards the end. Members may, if required, share their queries and views during the meeting, also through the chat box facility. This will be separately addressed by the bank. Before the moderator begins calling out the names, may I, in the interest of time, request each of the speaker shareholders to restrict their queries to a maximum of 3 minutes only, and also not to repeat questions asked by earlier speakers. I now open the floor to members to raise their questions, queries they may have, and request the moderator to call out the names of the speaker shareholders in the order of their registrations.
Thank you very much. We now begin the question and answer session. We will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Speaker shareholder number 1 and 2 have registered, however, not joined the meeting. Mr. Ajay Venkatesh Bhagwat has also registered and not joined this meeting. Hence, we will move to our next speaker shareholder. Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf, request you to please accept the prompt on your screen, join as panelist, and unmute your audio, video, and proceed with the question.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
1 minute. हेलो माननीय
Santosh sir,
अध्यक्ष,
yes, please go ahead.
उपस्थित निर्देशन सदस्यगण, मेरे शेयरहोल्डर भाइयों बहनों, मेरा नाम संतोष कुमार साहब, मैं कलकत्ता का रहने वाला, बंगलोर से आप सभी को नमस्कार करता हूं। आशा करता हूं आप जितने भी डायरेक्टर हैं, जितने भी अधिकारीगण हैं और जितने भी मेरे शेयरहोल्डर भाई बंधु और अधिकारी प्रेजेंट है, वो इसमें अच्छे स्वास्थ्य और सुरक्षित होंगे। सर, ये मर्जर है, काफी अच्छा डिसीजन है। कि मेरे 2 प्रश्न हैं। एक तो जो मर्जर के बाद में जो खर्चा है, मर्जर कॉस्ट है, वो हमारी बैंक बियर करेगी, तो इसके अंदर कितना एस्टिमेट खर्चा आपने धार्य किया है कि जो अपने मर्जर के बाद में बैंक को कितना पैसे कॉस्ट के रूप में बियर करने पड़ेंगे? सर, एक सर, ये मर्जर जो है कब तक कंप्लीट हो जाएगा और नए शेयर जो HDFC वालों को हम कब तक अलॉट कर देंगे? तीसरा सर, हमारे जो मर्जर के बाद में हमारे इक्विटी कैपिटल में कितना इफेक्ट होगा, कितनी हमारी कैपिटल जो है बढ़ जाएगी? और ज्यादा समय नहीं लूंगा सर, एक बार फिर आप सभी को आने वाले क्रिसमस की शुभकामनाएं एडवांस देता हूं। और इस रिक्वेस्ट के साथ ये BC मीटिंग काफी अच्छी है सर। मैं ऐसे कलकत्ता का रहना वाला हूँ, अभी ट्रीटमेंट के लिए बंगलोर आया हुआ हूँ, तो आज बंगलोर से मीटिंग अटेंड कर रहा हूँ। तो मैं चाहूंगा फ्यूचर में इसको कंटिन्यूस रखिए, तो उससे क्या है कि कोई भी शेयर होल्डर कहीं भी रहेगा तो ये मीटिंग अटेंड कर सकता है सर, और अपनी भावना प्रकट कर सकता है। एक बार हमारे जितने भी डायरेक्टर हैं, उनके परिवार की लंबी उम्र की कामना करता हूँ और भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ, भगवान फाइनेंशियल 2022 से हम सभी के लिए वेल्दी, हेल्दी और सेफ्टी के साथ देती। तो नमस्कार, समय देने के लिए नमस्कार।
Thank you.
Thank you. We invite our next speaker shareholder, Gautam Kedar Prasad Tiwari. Request you to please unmute your line and proceed with the question.
Sir, can you listen me?
Yes, sir. Please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed with the question. Gautam sir, your line is unmuted. Please proceed with the question. Please
Yes,
unmute your line. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Start my video. I'll start my video. Can you see me, sir?
Yes, sir. You're visible. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. So thank you very much. Sir, first of all, a very much thankful, a very warm welcome to our today's NCLT EGM chairman, Sir Gautam Doshi ji, and all other eminent and very respectable prominent board of directors, and our company secretary, Mr. Haldankar, and all other dignitaries, and the team HDFC Bank Limited. Good evening, good afternoon to all of you. And sir, I am Gautam Tiwari and I am participating at this EGM from Mumbai. Dear sir, our secretarial department headed by Mr. Haldarkar, Santosh Haldarkar Associates and his associates Lakshmi ji, Neeraj ji and Tabish ji along with Datamatics Corporation as RTAs and NSDL and Zoom's technical team have been providing a very exceptionally outstanding services to all of us, and because of which we have been able to participate in the meeting very well. And every time we are very glad that all our queries and issues have been solved very promptly, for which we are thankful for years together, for which we are thankful to them. Sir, I congratulate the bank uh, uh, for winning various awards and accolades, so also for its excellent CSR activities and for reducing its NPA and for trying to become ESG compliant. Uh, for all this, we really congratulate the bank officials, those who are responsible for this. Sir, happy to note that Deepak Parekh sir shall be in the board of directors. Also, Mr. K.K. Mistry, whose contribution is very much, will be there along with, I think, should be there along with us from HDFC Bank. And moreover, I am also happy that Mr. Ajay Agarwal, even Lakshmi Shetty's contribution is very, very good, and investor services of HDFC Limited from Lakshmi ji is also very good. Even Vaishali is also very good. So we are thankful to them, and we are happy that Mr. Ajay Agarwal's contribution has been taken into account, and he will be included as a full-fledged legal team in our resultant bank, resultant entity in the future. Sir, now we are proud shareholders of HDFC. Sir, few questions which I have got in my mind, I would like to put up for your consideration. Sir, what is the rationale and benefit of this merger specifically to the investors and shareholders in the days to come? So secondly, what will happen to our board of directors? I heard in the HDFC meeting at 11 o'clock that our board of directors will be there precisely well, including both the companies, bank and this HDFC Limited parent company also. Sir, what will happen to HDFC properties? And sir, will all the now I have heard that all the employees of our HDFC Limited will be included in our HDFC Bank, and the HDFC banks. Sir, HDFC Bank's retirement age is 60 years, but now those who have been retired already, and HDFC Limited is 58 years. So those who have already retired after 58, before the merger becomes effective, is there anything to be done about them, or nothing will be done about them in future? Sir, who will be the share transfer agent? I have heard that Datamatics will be the share transfer agent. If I am right, please indicate it. Now, which all subsidiary companies? Sir, the question is that as per RBI regulations, whichever subsidiary companies will be allowed will become subsidiary of the resultant entity, and rest of the subsidiaries will be cancelled. If I am right, please tell me so. Sir, now how much expense, sir, how much expenses of the merger will be there, and approximately is it June 23 that the merger will become effective? Please let us know. And sir, we are proud shareholders of HDFC Bank and HDFC parent company and all HDFC group companies also, right from day one. Mr. Deepak Parekh, Mr. K.K. Mistry, and all the officials of the HDFC Bank have worked very hard and unlocked the wealth, and have appreciated multiplied our wealth millions of times, and rewarded the shareholders in all the possible ways, for which we are thankful to the management very much. Sir, we wish you all a very happy, long, healthy, wealthy, safe life and a brighter future in days to come with best of luck. और आने वाली सभी त्योहारों की भी शुभकामनाएं सर. I support all the resolutions as usual, and I have voted in favor of them all by remote e-voting in advance. I wish once again all the best for our company, and I once again am thankful to the Secretarial Department, especially for the excellent, outstanding, extraordinary investor care and investor service for all these years. and wish that it will continue, and they all will be included in the resultant entity in the days to come. And the bank will keep on rewarding the shareholders as usual and in a much better way from the result entity in the days and years to come in future. Once again, I wish you all the best. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you with the choicest heavenly blessings along with our own blessings. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next speaker shareholder, Celestine Elizabeth Mascarenas, jointly connected with Aloysius Peter Mascarenas. Request you to please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed with your question. Please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed with your question. Your microphone is muted. Please unmute your line. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I have now. You can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, just 1 minute. Respected Chairman, members of the board, Chairman of the NCLT meet, members of the board, my fellow shareholders who are attending this this virtual meet. I am Mrs. C.E. Mascarenas speaking from Mumbai. First of all, I thank the company's secretary, Mr. Santosh, and his team for sending me the NCLT notice and also registering me as a speaker and giving me this platform, Zoom platform to speak. I also thank the chorus team, and also I thank the registrars of the company also, because we had to send to them in this case. Thank you so much. Now, as this is an NCLT meet, I only will restrict my queries only to the one resolution, which is the NCLT resolution. That is the merger of HDFC Limited with our HDFC Bank. My first question will be, what will be the total stamp duty amount for this transaction? Because HDFC Limited is also very huge, and other legal fees. Who will bear these expenses? Whether it will be by HDFC, because the stamp duty, I don't know. I need some clarification. Number two, I feel it's a great win-win for HDFC Bank, as it is getting a very strong company, HDFC Limited, which has many assets, a good loan book, and a very good, strong staff. So this will be a great plus point to HDFC Bank. Number three, my fear only about managing such a big edifice, and HDFC Bank has been opening many branches. Even I read some statistics last week. It said last quarter, I think it has opened more than 800 branches. So could you just explain how we will de-risk the managing the edifice fears? Four, about the many subsidiaries which HDFC Limited has. We are waiting when that RBI communication will come. According to you, whether it will be within a month or within 2-3 months, and our own subsidiaries, we have another, I think, 2 subsidiaries. When will they be listed? Are they very strong enough to be listed? Rest, I have supported all the resolutions. I win this. I according to me, my feeling that this is a big win-win position, and I look out for HDFC Bank to be the #1 bank in the private sector, which is a delight to go. As it is a delight to go to the branch. So this becomes still great feeling to whoever customers and also to the shareholders by giving more valuation by way of dividend and market cap. With this, I wish you and your entire team all the best, and especially I wish all the full HDFC Bank team the best of health, because health is wealth. With this, thank you very much. Now, Mr. Mascarenhas is also registered. He will speak because we are speaking from one device.
Sir, can I proceed?
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Respected Chairman, sir, very distinguished members of the board and my fellow shareholders. Good evening to you all. My name is Aloysius Mascarenhas. At the outset, I thank the management, company secretary and the team for sending me the NCLT notice about the merger. I welcome it. It's a very good decision. Even the government policy is favoring mergers. Many PSU banks have been merged by the government. So that is the need of the hour, and the government policy is favorable for this. And we are in the right direction. Two giants are merging. So I welcome it. So I would like to know what the synergies will be there and economy scale. My only concern is about the staff, both the higher and the lower level. The top management, will the board remain the same for both the entity, one entity, merged entity? And what will be the fate of the company secretary? Who will be our company secretary? Both were good. Both were very good to the shareholders. So I would like to know this, sir. Other things my predecessor shareholders have already given their viewpoints. I don't want to repeat, but I wish our bank all the best and the board of directors and employees all the very best in the days and years to come. With this, I end my speech, wishing you personally and all the board members and employees all the very best in the days and years to come. Thank you. Thank you for patient hearing.
Thank you. We invite our next speaker shareholder, Shobhana Sudhir Mehta. Request you to please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed with the question. Shobhana Mehta, request you to please accept the prompt, unmute your line and proceed with the question.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Respected Chairman श्री गौतम भाई, अन्य मेरे जाने माने डायरेक्टर भाइयों और बहनों और शेयरहोल्डर भाई बहन, मेरा नाम शोभना मेहता. गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीवन. गौतम भाई, आज की एनसीएलटी मीटिंग में एज अ चेयरमैन मैं आपका स्वागत करते हुए कहूंगी, आप आए बाहर आए. सर, नोटिस वेल इन टाइम मिली. हमारे सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट ने आज के एजेंडा यानी स्कीम ऑफ एमलगमेशन बिटवीन एचडीएफसी लिमिटेड एंड एचडीएफसी बैंक के बारे में काफी कुछ एक्सप्लेन किया है, जैसे कि एक्सचेंज रेशियो, लीगल एडवाइजर नेम, शेयर होल्डिंग पैटर्न एक्सेट्रा. सो मैं हमारे कंपनी सेक्रेटरी श्री संतोष जी और उनकी पूरी टीम को, संतोष जी, नीरव जी और उनकी पूरी टीम को धन्यवाद देते हुए कहूंगी, वेरी वेल डन, वेरी गुड, कीप इट अप. सर, रिक्वेस्ट करते हुए पूछना चाहूंगी कि क्या बैंक मर्जर के बाद जो एचडीएफसी लिमिटेड हमें रिटर्न देती थी, वैसे ही मर्ज आइडेंटिटी के बाद ये दोनों कंपनियों का मिलाकर जो रिटर्न हमें डिविडेंड के रूप में मिलता था वो मिलेगा या नहीं? तो प्लीज इसमें एटलीस्ट कट शॉर्ट मत कीजिए, क्योंकि डिविडेंड के ऊपर टैक्स भी अभी शेयर होल्डरों को देना है. सर, बाकी मुझे पूरा फेथ है कि हमारी बैंक जो भी करेगी वो शेयर होल्डर और कंपनी और शेयर होल्डर के हित में ही होगा. और 1+1 2 की बजाय हमारी बैंक 1+1 यानी 11 जैसा काम करेगी, क्योंकि स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ेगी. सर, एचडीएफसी बैंक जो हमारी पेरेंट कंपनी एचडीएफसी लिमिटेड में लिमिटेड को मर्ज करने जा रही है, सो कहूंगी यही है राइट चॉइस बेबी. आहा, क्योंकि आपने पेरेंट कंपनी को भी, हमारी पेरेंट कंपनी भी क्वाइट स्ट्रांग है और 45 ईयर का उनको एक्सपीरियंस भी है इंडस्ट्री में, सो जिसका बेनिफिट हमें मिलेगा और कंपनी में जो मर्जर के बेनिफिट मिलते हैं वो भी हमें मिलेगा. और हमारी बैंक इंडिया की नंबर 1 प्राइवेट बैंक होगी. सो मर्जर के बाद सब कहेंगे ईस्ट और वेस्ट, एचडीएफसी बैंक इज द बेस्ट. सर, 2-3 जनरल क्वेरीज करना चाहूंगी। मेरा नंबर पीछे था इसलिए वो क्वेरीज आ गई है, जैसे कि टोटल एक्सपेंसेस वगैरह, तो आप बताएंगे। हो सके तो अप्रोक्सीमेटली बताइए, क्योंकि फर्स्ट मीटिंग में दीपक भाई ने कहा कि अभी कुछ पता नहीं टोटल एक्सपेंसेस कितने होंगे, लेकिन अप्रोक्सीमेटली हो सके तो बता सकते हैं आप। और एम्प्लॉय स्ट्रेंथ एज ऑन टुडे बैंक की कितनी है और पोस्ट मर्जर कितनी एम्प्लॉय स्ट्रेंथ हो जाएगी। श्री दीपक भाई ने बताया फर्स्ट मीटिंग में कि सभी एम्प्लॉयज शिफ्ट होंगे। किसी को 60 इयर्स जो जिसकी एज हो गई है वो रिटायर होंगे, बाकी सब शिफ्ट होंगे। सो बहुत सुनकर बहुत खुशी हुई। और उन्होंने इंक्लूडिंग अजय जी जो एज अ कंपनी सेक्रेटरी है, तो मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ कि अजय जी की पोस्ट क्या रहेगी। जानकर बड़ी खुशी हुई कि भाई सब किसी शेयरहोल्डर को किसी भी एम्प्लॉय को इनजस्टिस नहीं हो रहा है, सब शिफ्ट होंगे। HDFC लिमिटेड ने किसी को भी इनजस्टिस नहीं किया है, ये जानकर बड़ी खुशी हुई। और सर सब मिलजुल कर काम करेंगे ऐसी उम्मीद के साथ मैं सोचती हूँ कि ये मर्जर में फुल्ली सपोर्ट देते हुए मेरी गुड विशेस के साथ कहूंगी कि ये मर्जर कंपनी और शेयर होल्डर के लिए सक्सेसफुल और बेनिफिशियल बना रहेगा। सर इसी के साथ में ज्यादा ना बोलते हुए आने वाले सभी त्योहारों की भी शुभकामनाएं देते हुए कहूंगी, फूलों की खुशबू, कलियों की बहार, चांद की चांदनी, अपनों का प्यार, मुबारक आप सबको। आने वाले सभी त्योहार, क्रिसमस और ईयर 2023 की आप सबको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। और सर जाते जाते आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर द फ्यूचर सक्सेस टू ऑल ऑफ यू। आप सबकी हेल्थ एंड वेल्थ हमेशा अच्छी बनी रहे, यही शुभकामना के साथ धन्यवाद। ऑल द बेस्ट सर। थैंक यू।
Thank you. We invite our next speaker shareholder, Ashit Kumar Pathak. Request you to please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed with the question. Mr. Ashit Pathak, request you to please unmute your line and proceed.
I'm audible, sir. Am I
Yes,
audible?
yes, you are audible.
Very good afternoon.
So there's some disturbance. Request you to use the handset. Request you to please remove your earphone. There's some disturbance that has been created.
At present, sir. At present, that is clear.
So
Hello?
right now you're speaking on a earphone. So I would request you to, if you can remove that and then try to speak, because there's a lot of disturbance because of that.
Just at present, sir. Hello? Hello?
Yes, this is good, sir. Please go ahead.
Very good. Very good afternoon, respected chairman and board of directors of HDFC Bank Limited. Present in the Honorable NCLT Convened meeting of the equity shareholders of HDFC Bank Limited. My name is Ashit Kumar Pathak, joining from Damdam, Kolkata. At first, my esteemed gratitude to Company Secretary Mr. Santosh Haldankar and Secretarial Department for sending me the hard copy of the notice Honorable NCLT Convened meeting well in advance by courier and allow me to speak. Excellent service from secretarial side. Sir, I have some brief views which I like to share. My previous speakers also mentioned the expected record date to complete these exercises and the total cost, approximate total cost borne by HDFC Bank Limited to complete these exercises. Any present financial liabilities of HDFC Investment Limited and HDFC Holdings Limited with HDFC Limited may impact to HDFC Bank Limited after amalgamation. If possible, throw some highlights. And sir, after amalgamation, what will be the status of key partners of HDFC Limited? What the key partners are the fully business supporters of HDFC Limited. Throw some highlights, the further rewarding policies. My previous speakers also mentioned of the members of the HDFC Bank Limited, what the entire businesses of HDFC Limited along with their subsidiaries, HDFC Holdings Limited and HDFC Investment Limited, amalgamated to HDFC Bank Limited, mostly regarding higher dividend, bonus shares and others, where mostly the merger enable HDFC Bank to building its housing loan portfolio and enhance its existing customer base, cross-selling opportunities, larger balance sheets, larger ticket size of loans for disbursement. This is a very good initiative in my view. Sir, ultimately, the share exchange ratio after the amalgamation, which mentioned in the notice, that is HDFC Bank is to HDFC Limited 42:25 will be full and final, or maybe revised as per stock price status. Finally, after this amalgamation, any further rationalizations of branches of HDFC Bank after the exercises, because the bigness HDFC banks are getting. So rationalization of branches is the most necessary. So throw some highlights, what steps my company is taking to enhance rationalizations of branches. Thanking you, sir. Praying to God, everybody for good health and prosperity of my company. Thanking you, sir.
Thank you. We invite our next speaker shareholder, Ashalata Maheshwari. Request you to please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed with your question. And please accept the prompt and proceed. Can you please unmute your microphone and your camera and proceed?
हेलो
Yes,
हाँ
ma'am.
जी
Thank you.
कहते हैं गौतम जोशी जी व अन्य मेरे डायरेक्टर भाई HDFC बैंक के सभी एम्प्लॉइज को मैं सादर नमस्कार करती हूँ। मेरा नाम आशा लता महेश्वरी। आज तो HDFC बैंक के लिए तो बहुत अच्छा दिन है, क्योंकि इस मर्जर के बाद तो बैंक और भी बढ़ेगा, बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ेगा, और आपको तो होम लोन डिवीजन जो पूरा सेटअप किया हुआ है वो मिल रहा है। इसलिए मैं इस मर्जर को पूरा सपोर्ट करती हूँ। बस एक दो सवाल मुझे पूछने हैं। पहला, HDFC की ब्रांचेस का क्या होगा? दूसरे, HDFC में जो ग्राहक हैं जिन्होंने लोन लिया है उन्हें कुछ फायदा पड़ेगा क्या? और दो क्वेश्चन थे। और चेयरमैन साहब मेरी गुड विशेष देती रही, मैं हमेशा कहूंगी कि HDFC बैंक यहाँ से भी और नई ऊंचाइयों तक पहुंचे, और HDFC जैसा हीरा हमारे दीपक पारिक जी ने जो बैंक को दिया है वो और भी चमक रहा है, पर और भी चमके। इच्छा है मेरी कि दीपक पारिक जी चेयरमैन एमेराइटस की तरह यहाँ बने रहे। मेरी इच्छा है। उन्होंने शेयर होल्डर का बहुत ध्यान रखा है और उन्हें सबको शेयर होल्डरों को मालो माल बनाया है। इस मर्जर को मैं स्ट्रांगली सपोर्ट करती हूँ। और चेयरमैन साहब देखिए, आज तो बड़ा शुभ दिन है। अगर एक दो बातों का कुछ मजाक से बोल दिया जाए तो प्लीज मेरे को आप लोग माइंड मत करिए। देखिए, हमारी बैंक पर इस वक्त जो मैं देख रही हूँ दो लेडीज है, और दोनों ही लेडीज बहुत अच्छी हैं। तो मैं जरूर उनकी बखान जरूर करूंगी। जो सुनीता महेश्वरी है वो देखने में बहुत स्मार्ट या बहुत स्वीट लगती हैं, तो कहीं हमारे बैंक को नजर ना लग जाए और यहाँ सुनीता जी को नजर ना लग जाए। आप पूरे बोर्ड पर बैठी हुई चमक रही हैं। ये आपकी मैं बहुत तारीफ करूंगी और अपना आशीर्वाद दूंगी आपको। HDFC की मीटिंग में दीपक पारिक जी ने बताया था कि अजय अग्रवाल जी जैसे एम्प्लॉय HDFC बैंक वगैरह में रखे जाएंगे। मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई। और यहाँ मैं हमारे सेक्रेटरी जी की, जो कंपनी सेक्रेटरी है बैंक के, मैं उनकी बहुत सराहना करूंगी, क्योंकि मैं ज्यादा उनके पास कभी गई तो नहीं, लेकिन जब कभी भी मेरी उनसे बात हुई है बहुत मीठा बोलते हैं। इतना जो कोई फिर मीठा बोलता है तो नेचुरली वो इंसान अच्छा तो लगता ही है ना। आप उनको कंटिन्यू करिएगा। और उसी के साथ उनकी जो असिस्टेंट है लक्ष्मी, वो भी बहुत अच्छी है, बात बात में हमको पूछती रहती है, कोई तकलीफ तो नहीं है, तो बहुत अच्छी बात है। उन्हें दोनों को मेरा बहुत बहुत आशीर्वाद है और अपनी शुभकामनाएं देती हूँ। और शुभकामनाएं देते हुए मैं श्री दीपक पारिक जी के लिए, यहाँ है या नहीं पता नहीं, पर मैं 2 शब्द उनके लिए कहूंगी कि चारों को कहूंगी, मुबारक है दीपक पारिक जी को कि उनको भुला देना बहुत यादों से भी मुश्किल है, बहुत मुश्किल है। जैसे पत्ती पत्ती पर गिरे शबनम, पत्ती नम नहीं होती, वैसे आपको जुदाई करते हुए लाख हो जाए आपकी, पर आपसे प्रेम मेरा कभी कम नहीं होगा। इतना मैं उनके लिए जरूर कहूंगी, शुभकामनाएं देते हुए भगवान उनको भी लंबी आयु दे और आप सबको लंबी आयु दे, ताकि आप बैंक को अब मर्जर के बाद और भी ऊंचे से ऊंचा पहुंचाते रहिए। यही हमारे यहाँ के सेक्रेटरी से मुझे उम्मीद है कि जिस तरह वो मीठा बोलती हैं, ऐसे ही अगर मीठा बोलते रहे तो बैंक अब जरूर और ऊपर तक जाएगा। मेरा उन्हें भी बहुत आशीर्वाद है। इसी के साथ स्ट्रांगली सपोर्ट देते हुए मैं धन्यवाद देती हूँ।
Thank you. We invite our next speaker shareholder, Utokshi San Patel. Request you to please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed with your question. Ms. Patel, can you please unmute your microphone and proceed with your question?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. It's you
Am I
sounding a bit
audible?
distant, but you're audible. Yes,
Yeah, so 10 times I'm saying hello. Am I audible? You're not even
you're
answering.
audible now, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yes, I have the reply from you, no? Anyway, respected chairman of the meeting, Mr. Gautam Doshi, other respected directors on the board. First, I would like to say that we have on this bank, HDFC Bank, we have Mr. Faizan Bharucha, Mrs. Renu Karnad, then Sashidharan Jagdishan, who is the MD and CEO of the company, of the bank. This man has led this bank to a very great heights towards the leadership among the other banks, and a very good project of the bank has been given to the public. Mr. Sashidharan Jagdishan, I am very much grateful to you. Here I would like to state a little. HDFC was started by Mr. Deepak Parekh, before him also by his father. Mr. Singh Parekh, Mr. Deepak Parekh, they are the founders of HDFC. And because HDFC succeeded very high and the money had to be retained, that's why the bank, the thought of creating a bank came out. Today, the child has become so many great. Of course, it is one thing, indeed good that the children, the parents are known by the name of the children. It is indeed good. I also appreciate if somebody says that she is so-and-so's mother, and this is what is going on. But mother remains a mother, father remains a father, and the child remains as a child. This is the child. This is a child of Mr. Deepak Parekh and his father. To great heights, this both men have done. No, of course, we had Mr. K.K. Mistry, Mr. Aditya Puri, who has taken the bank to, who has taken HDFC to great heights. No doubt, Mr. Aditya Puri, we still remember you for all your bonus, extra dividend, and everything, all the facilities that HDFC is only a company. It is not a manufacturing unit, so there was no factory visit for the shareholders. But in other things, you have हम लोग को बहुत खुश किया है आपने, and you have taken this HDFC to very great heights. And now it is being killed and being merged. नामो निशान मिट जाएगा HDFC का और HDFC बैंक हो जाएगी. I really feel very bad for this because I started. because I started doing HDFC shareholding with HDFC shareholding. This I did it with HDFC, and I feel it very bad that now this whole company is coming to an end. The great works of Deepak Parekh we will ever remember. I here suggest, I am nobody, I'm very small, but I request that my suggestion be kept in mind and be done. At least my Reserve Bank, my SEBI, to put Mr. Deepak Parekh at least on the advisory board. He should remain with the bank as an advisory board. Even Mr. Keki Mistry should remain with the bank on some good post till he is there. And then on the advisory board, these two, even Aditya Puri should have been remained on the advisory board. I don't know why the people are thrown out. Such important people are thrown out. Aditya Puri is not a nishan nahi hai, abhi let him be involved with our bank. Keep him involved with our bank. We want these people with our bank. We have Kaiser, Barucha, Renu Kanar, Shishikaran, Jagdishan, and other people. But we should have them also, at least on the advisory board. We should have Keki Mistry at least on a executive board, executive side. 25 shares of HDFC will be converted to 42 shares of the bank. I feel this little less. Of course, I do not know about others, but I feel it is little less. It should have been 20, if not 15, at least it should have been 20 of HDFC to 42 of bank, because HDFC is really too great to become only 25 or 42. It's really very, very high giant made by this, as I said, Aditya Puri, Deepak Parekh, and Keki Mistry. And to give 25 of that and make only 42 of this is really very poor margin, according to me. Mr. Gautam Doshi, please keep it in mind, and I hope you will carry this to the Reserve Bank and tell them that speaker shareholders were dissatisfied with this ratio. Valuation fairness is not very good, not very clear, according to me. Then one more thing is that HDFC has coming out with bonds, fixed coupon bonds. What happens to that after the merger? The interest rate now at the present is mentioned as 8.17. Will it remain the same? Will the number of years remain the same? What will happen to this? What will happen to the fixed deposits with HDFC? If some light could be thrown, it would have been better. Then another was HDFC merger gets NCLT nod approval. Shareholders meet will be the last decision. And this has been published in the paper, highlighted. RBI and SEBI has given the nod. But will RBI and SEBI keep it in mind the works done by HDFC and their senior directors? I wish that Reserve Bank and SEBI takes into consideration the hard work of Deepak Parekh, the hard work of our Aditya Puri and Keki Mistry, and give and not to forget our Mr. Ajay Agarwal, very, very humble, very, very kind, and very helpful and intelligent man. Intelligent man, so very humble that anytime you ring him up, if he's in a meeting, he will say, I'm in a meeting, I will call you back, and that man makes it a point to call back. But in the if you ring up in the bank, we never receive any call from anybody. I have never received any calls from anybody. I can understand that there are busy people there, but whenever they are free, at least they should call up. Whole year round, you will never call up. Whenever this AGM or NCLT meeting is there, or any other meeting is there, even that time at least you call up, at least the speaker shareholders you call up. Keep in touch with y'all. I know y'all are becoming more powerful than HDFC, but let not the pride have a phone seat in the brain. Be humble and be very approachable and available to the public at large. Be humble and be approachable to the public at large. We want people who are dealing with the job, who are humble, who are gentle and approachable. We don't want snobbish people. Anyway, because I don't trouble any people whole year round, only when there is need for this AGM and all, that time only I ring up. I never ring up otherwise any company. Any company. So I wish that people who are in HDFC, so humble, so polite, so apt in their work, like that it should be with the bank. I'm very frankly, I'm little dissatisfied with the working of the bank. Depends upon person to person, but I really feel very bad that HDFC is being killed. It's dying out. I really feel very bad. I started prospering because of HDFC, and today I see it dying. I also mother. My son at a highly qualified bank post. That doesn't mean that he can become my father. Anyway, I wish, I don't know how SEBI and Reserve Bank has approved this. Just because Deepak Parekh has become old, that's why he is to be rejected and he has, HDFC is to be killed. Let him hold the advisory post. Anyway, I don't know, different people's, different people's brain works in different different types. The type of brain my work, I have expressed myself, and I'm very blunt and very frank. So if anybody has been hurt, I'm sorry for it. But it really pained me for seeing this HDFC dying. Anyway, all the very best to all of you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Speaker shareholder number 12, 13, 14, that is Sharat Kumar Jivraj Shah, Sureka Sharat Kumar Shah, and Nirupama Sharat Kumar Shah have registered, however, not joined this meeting. Hence, we'll move to our next speaker shareholder number 15, that is Aspi Besania. I request you to please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed with your question, Aspi. Please go ahead, sir. Your line is unmuted.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So my name is Aspi Besania from Bombay. So I would like to know why you are not holding the physical meeting. When politicians can hold meetings of lakhs of people, only 100 people will be attending your meeting. We are not keeping the meeting physical so that we can physically be present. So please ask the moderator to announce the speaker number. It's very difficult when people talk for 5 and 10 minutes to just wait right from beginning till end. So please ask them to announce the speaker number. Every time I'm saying that they should announce the speaker number. So now my query, I would like to know what will be our rank, income-wise, profit-wise, and deposit-wise after the merger. And if we are not one, who is number one and what is the difference between the two of us? So thank you very much and all the best for the future.
Thank you. Speaker shareholder number 16, Shushma Chanda, has registered, however, not joined this meeting. Speaker shareholder number 17, Kaushal Kedia, has also registered and not joined this meeting. Hence, we'll move to speaker shareholder number 18, Praful Chavra. Please accept the prompt on your screen. Please unmute your audio, video, and proceed with the question. Please go ahead, sir.
हेलो, मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir.
थैंक यू सर. एनसीएलटी के अपॉइंटमेंट चेयरमैन सर, मैं एक बात कहना चाहता हूं कि जो अपने होस्ट पे जो आदमी बिठा है सो है, इसको पैसे कम दिए हैं आपने कि उन्हें नंबर नहीं बोलते थे. मेरे आगे के स्पीकर भी बोले, पर मैंने भी फोन किया और उन्हें स्टार्ट किया. यानी कि होस्ट जो आदमी है सर है, वो पैसे लेके काम करते हैं, पर इतना ही काम करते हैं जितने पैसे दिए उसको, या इसको इतना काम नहीं आता है और आपने होस्ट में बिठा दिया. स्पीकर के लिए हमको वेट करना पड़ता है, हमारा कब नंबर रहेगा, कब नंबर रहेगा. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए सर. मैं ज़्यादातर पॉजिटिव नहीं बोलता हूँ, नेगेटिव बोलता हूँ, पर ये रजिस्ट्रेशन को तो पूरा सपोर्ट करता हूँ सर. ये कंपनी ने सब्सिडरी कंपनी बनाई, जब भी बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर ने इसलिए बनाई होगी कि टैक्स में सेविंग हो, गवर्नमेंट को टैक्स नहीं देना पड़े और बिजनेस चले और कंपनी को बेनिफिट हो. अभी कंपनी मर्ज हो रही है, दो कंपनी और एक 3 कंपनी मर्ज हो रही है. तो सर ये जो प्रोसीजर हुआ इसमें कम से कम 1 करोड़ रुपीस का खर्चा होगा. कंपनी का नाम चेंज होगा, इलेक्ट्रिक बिल, लाइट बिल, ऐसा बैंक अकाउंट, सो मेनी प्रोसीजर रहेगा. और 6 मंथ या 1 ईयर भी चलता रहता है प्रोसीजर नेम चेंज के बाद भी। तो इसका जो खर्चा आता है, जो बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर ने डिसीजन लिए कि सब्सिडायरी कंपनी बनाना, उसके जिम्मे में डालना चाहिए, इसकी सैलरी कट कर देना चाहिए या इसको रिजाइन करा देना चाहिए, ताकि वो लोगों ने डिसीजन लिए कि सब्सिडायरी कंपनी बनाना, बिजनेस करना। अब कंपनी मर्ज करते हैं, तो मर्ज करना, डीमर्ज करना, वो डिसीजन कौन लेते हैं? बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स। बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर का डिसीजन गलत है, इसलिए ये सब हो रहा है। तो मेरा मानने का है कि वो लोगों को पनिशमेंट देना ही चाहिए और ऐसे डायरेक्टर नहीं रखे, ताकि कभी सब्सिडायरी बनाते, कभी मर्ज कर लेते। सब्सिडायरी बनाने का बेनिफिट क्या है? अभी आप बता सकते हैं कि आपके पास फिगर्स है कि सब्सिडायरी बनाए तो गवर्नमेंट को कितना टैक्स सेविंग करे, आपने क्या बेनिफिट हुआ? कंपनी सेक्रेटरी पहले 3 रखने पड़ते थे, अब 1 रखना पड़ेगा मर्जर के बाद। तो 2 कंपनी सेक्रेटरी का पहले सैलरी भी देना पड़ता था। पूरा 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 बहुत खर्चा होता है। वो खर्चा निकाल के बाद क्या बेनिफिट हुआ, वो आपके पास फिगर नहीं है। ओनली शेयरहोल्डर जो मीटिंग में आते हैं मेन कंपनी के बारे में बात करते हैं, पर सब्सिडायरी कंपनी के बारे में बात नहीं करते, सब्सिडायरी कंपनी के बारे में जानकारी भी नहीं लेते हैं। तो सब्सिडायरी कंपनी में आप कुछ भी कर लेते हैं, चल जाता है, तो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। नेक्स्ट फ्यूचर में मैं एनसीएलटी के बोर्ड्स को भी बोलता हूं कि आप स्ट्रिक्टली जो कंपनी सब्सिडियरी बनाए ने लाइफ टाइम कभी मर्ज नहीं होने दे, इसको वाइंड अप करने दो, पर मर्ज मत होने दो। तो लोगों को समझ में आएगा। जब भी आए शेयरहोल्डर मीटिंग बुला के मर्ज डीमर्जर करते। सर, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी को, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर को खुश करने के लिए शेर और शायरी और सब लोग तारीफ करते हैं, सबको तारीफ करते हैं, तो आप लोग खुश होते हैं। तो नेक्स्ट फ्यूचर में शायद आप वर्ष जो हम बोलते हैं, मेरे को वर्ष खत्म हो जाएगा आपकी तारीफ करने का, तो हमको क्या आपके सामने डांस करना पड़ेगा, मुजरा करना पड़ेगा, भंगड़ा करने का बोलेगा, जब भी आप लोग खुश होंगे। क्या आपको खुश करने से क्या मतलब है? आपको क्यों सब शेयरहोल्डर खुश करते हो? सब लोग आप बोलते हैं कंपनी सेक्रेटरी, इसका फर्ज है, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी का, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर का काम है कंपनी को आगे बढ़ाना। इसको बार बार सब एक शेयरहोल्डर तारीफ करिए चलता है, और पूरे का पूरे शेयरहोल्डर, बॉम्बे के शेयरहोल्डर तारीफ पे तारीफ, तारीफ पे तारीफ, दूसरा कुछ सब्जेक्ट नहीं है उसके पास, कुछ बात नहीं करते। आप क्यों पॉजिटिव बोलते हो? नेगेटिव भी बोलो। नेगेटिव बोलेंगे तो बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर समझ में आएगा कि ये क्या हो रहा है अपनी कंपनी में, नहीं तो किसी को समझ ही नहीं आएगा। सर, आपका होस्ट के बारे में बोलता हूँ, नेक्स्ट फ्यूचर में आप कभी भी होस्ट को नहीं बैठने दीजिए, ताकि उसको पता चले कि उसके पनिशमेंट मिला है। इसको वन शेयरहोल्डर, 2 शेयरहोल्डर, स्पीकर, 3 स्पीकर, 4 स्पीकर बोलना चाहिए था। अभी अभी मैं मैडम को फोन करने के बाद उन्हें बोलना शुरू करे कि स्पीकर नंबर 1 2 3 4 5 यानी कि 79 10 11 13 नहीं है, तब तक तो उन्हें बोले ही नहीं। यानी कि क्या बात है सर? होस्ट क्या काम का होस्ट है? या तो नॉलेज नहीं है, या फर्स्ट टाइम होस्ट का काम कर रहे। ऐसे होस्ट को मत रखे, और नेक्स्ट फ्यूचर में मर्जर डीमर्जर न हो ऐसा काम करे, ताकि कंपनी की तरक्की आगे बढ़ती रहे। धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you. We invite our next speaker, shareholder number 19, Lekha Satish Shah, to please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed with the question.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow members, good afternoon to all of you. Myself, Lekha Shah from Mumbai. Chairman, sir, मैं जरूर मेरा कंपनी सेक्रेटरी को तारीफ तो करूंगी सर. First of all, I acknowledge the timely receipt of notice which was sent well in time our company secretary Santosh ji and his team. So I am very grateful to our company secretarial team. Chairman sir, today's meeting, I believe any decision taken by the chairman sir will be good for the shareholders. So I strongly and wholeheartedly support the special resolutions for today's meeting, and my best wishes always our company and its prosperity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We move to our next speaker, shareholder number 20, Anil Kumar Verma, has registered, however not joined this meeting. Also speaker shareholder number 21, Tilak Kumar, is registered and not joined this meeting. And speaker shareholder number 22, Tikendra Sharma, has also registered, however not joined this meeting. We move to our next speaker, shareholder number 23, Dinesh Gopal Das Bhatia. Request you to please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed. Dinesh Bhatia, please unmute your audio video and proceed with the question.
आवाज सुनाई रहा है सर?
Yes, sir.
और मेरा वीडियो भी दिखा रहा है सर?
Yes, sir. You are now visible and audible. Please go ahead.
फर्स्ट तो मैं चेयरमैन श्री आपको और आपका एंटायर टीम को कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन कहूँगा कि आप लोग बहुत अच्छी मेहनत करके हमारी बैंक को आगे ही आगे ला रहे हैं। ये हमें आपका जो ये शेयर का प्राइस जो हम देखते हैं मार्केट में, हमारा जो शेयर है 1 रुपये का शेयर 1600 रुपया 1600 के आसपास मार्केट में ट्रेड 1618 के आसपास ट्रेड हो रहा है। वो एक अच्छी साइनिंग दिखा रहा है कि आप लोग कितनी अच्छी मेहनत करते हैं कि इन्वेस्टर लोग इसमें इन्वेस्ट करते हैं हमारी कंपनी में और इतना इंटरेस्ट करते हैं। तो ये एक बहुत बढ़िया चीज़ है। आप और कंपनी को आगे लाने के लिए जो कर रहे हैं वो भी हमें खुशी होती है कि आप HDFC के साथ हमारा ऐसे बोलते हैं ना कि बाप और बेटा, बाप एक्चुअली HDFC है और HDFC का बेटा एक HDFC बैंक था। अभी पेरेंट ही बेटे के साथ मर्ज हो रहा है, वो एक अच्छी साइनिंग है। कोई भी ऐसा भी हमारा फैमिली में भी आप देखेंगे तो हमेशा बाप जो है वो बेटे का आगे ही आगे तरक्की सोचता है। और ये इसमें भी हम देख रहे हैं कि हमारे HDFC जो है मेन पेरेंट कंपनी, वो हमारी कंपनी में मर्ज हो रही है। तो एक बहुत अच्छा हमें लगता है कि आप बहुत अच्छी चीज हो रही है और कंपनी आगे ही आगे बढ़ेगी। खाली मेरा आपको एक पूछना था कि हमारी बैंक अभी जो टॉप 5 में कितना नंबर पे है एट प्रेजेंट, और अभी ये हमारा मर्जिंग हो जाएगा, हमारे में HDFC मिक्स हो जाएगा और ये बाकी की 2 कंपनी जो है, तो हमारी कंपनी कितना नंबर पे रहेगी, तो अभी कितना नंबर पे है और अभी कितना नंबर पे आएंगी ये मर्ज करने के बाद, तो थोड़ा वो जानकारी देंगे। बाकी तो हम देखते हैं कि बहुत बढ़िया ही काम हो रहा है। आपका सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट भी बहुत बढ़िया काम कर रहे हैं। हमें 2 दिन पहले से ही रिफ्रेश करते हैं, वेलकम करते हैं। एक अच्छी भावना है, जैसी आपकी भावना है कि शेयर होल्डर को ज्यादा से ज्यादा बेनिफिट मिले, ऐसा कार्य करें और ज्यादा से ज्यादा वर्तन मिले, ज्यादा से ज्यादा फायदा हो, एक अच्छी आपकी सोच है। ऐसा आपका सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट भी जो है वो भी ऐसे ही सोचते हैं कि हमारे शेयर होल्डर ज्यादा से ज्यादा आवे और ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग इससे खुश हो ये कंपनी से, कि नहीं हम ये कंपनी का शेयर कभी बेचे नहीं, ऐसा लगे। ये बहुत अच्छी बात है, अच्छी साइनिंग है। मैं ज्यादा तो कुछ नहीं बोलना चाहता हूँ, पर बस यही कहूंगा कि मैं हर एक ये जो आपका जो अभी आप मर्जिंग कर रहे हैं उसमें मैं सपोर्ट करता हूँ। लास्टली मैं फाइनली एक चीज आपको मेरे को समझना था कि अभी जो हमारी बैंक की जो इक्विटी है 557 करोड़ है, तो अभी हमारी इक्विटी ये दूसरी 2 कंपनी जो है इसमें मर्ज होएंगी तो हमारी इक्विटी कितनी हो जाएगी। और बस ठीक है, आपने जो मौका दिया उसके लिए मैं दिनेश भाटिया बॉम्बे से आपको थैंक करता हूँ। ऑल द बेस्ट, थैंक यू।
Thank you. We invite our next speaker, shareholder Swaran Lata. Request to please unmute your audio video and proceed with the question. Speaker shareholder number 24, Swaran Lata. Please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed with the question.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead. Ma'am, can you please unmute your microphone and proceed? Swaranatha, ma'am, it looks like you muted your mic. Yes, please proceed. Now we are able to hear you.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are now audible.
Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon, Chairman Sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow shareholders. Sir, most of my points have been covered in your speech and question raised by fellow shareholders. However, I would like to know that our bank has good results. So can we expect a bonus issue before or after the amalgamation? Thank you to the management for allowing me to connect and communicate with you in this e-meeting, and I hope you will give me the chance in future also. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We move to our next speaker, shareholder number 25, A.G. Kiruvakar. Request you to please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed with the question. Mr. Kiruvakar, request you to please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed with the question. Please unmute your audio video.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Greetings to the board. I'm myself Kribakar from Tamil Nadu. I had two questions and one suggestion. Mostly my couple of my questions were asked by my fellow shareholders, but my suggestion is to post amalgamation. We shall add some refreshment to our bank logo because both the Jains became one. So it should represent in our logo. So this is my kind suggestion. Kindly consider. Thank you. Thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you. We move to our next speaker, shareholder number 27, Kalp Swapnil Sanghvi. Request you to please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed with the question. Kalp, request you to please accept the prompt on your screen and proceed with the question. Please, yeah, please go ahead. Your line is unmuted, Kalp. So Kalp Sanghvi, please unmute your microphone and proceed. We are able to see you. Request you to please unmute your microphone.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, please go ahead.
So yeah, hi all there. This is Kalp Sanghvi speaking from Ahmedabad. So yeah, I have some questions like how this deal will impact the customers. What differences will they see, like in terms of better services, in terms of better product integrations? My second question is like after reverse merger, in which departments company will able to save their capital and other type of expenditure and cost. Sure. So yeah, these are my questions, and I strongly support this reverse merger. Thank you.
Thank you. Speaker shareholder number 28, Arun Kapoor, has registered, however, not joined this meeting. Chairperson, sir, there are no more speakers. We may now proceed with addressing the queries. Over to you.
I must thank all the speaker shareholders who have come here and addressed us and all the other shareholders who are present in the meeting. Can I request Mr. Atanu Chakravarti, the chairman and independent director of HDFC Bank, to respond to the queries, and thereafter Mr. Sashi Jagdishan, if you would like to also respond to some of the queries. Thank you.
So please unmute your microphone. Yes. Sir, your microphone is muted. Request you to please unmute your microphone and proceed. So just unmute the prompt on your screen and proceed. Yes, thank you. You're now audible. Sir, I'm sorry, we are unable to hear you. Your voice is breaking, sir.
Sure. Sorry. Please. Please.
So I believe it's the network that is causing the break in the audio. Request you to please use another device or maybe just rejoin again, please. Can you try switching off your video and speak? Sir, I'm sorry, so we are unable to hear you. So we are now live. Over to you. Please go.
Right. Till the networks of our respected chairman gets all right, then let me just use this opportunity to sort of speak about this merger and also sort of answer some of the questions which the shareholders had asked in the last couple of hours. I'll be failing in my duty. I'm sorry. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, quite clearly. Go ahead.
Right. First of all, I would like to sort of acknowledge the yeoman and significant contribution of the man who's created this entire enterprise and the wonderful touch that he had in spawning a lot of subsidiaries, Mr. Parekh, without which we would not be here. I think it is an extremely significant contribution, and we really are thankful on behalf of the bank and the board of directors and the shareholders and the customers for the kind of wonderful institutions and the institution that he had set up. I would also like to thank the two significant management personalities who are there on the board, which is Renu out here and Mr. KT Mistry, without which I think they wouldn't have sort of set up this wonderful institution. And all the all the management team and employees through the 45 years of their existence, I think it's been a combination of great build of a wonderful institution, and we thank from the bottom of our hearts. And to the shareholders of HDFC Limited who have been extremely supportive of this institution over these 45 years, thank you for being a wonderful shareholder. And how can we forget the customers? I think it's been a brand which is so well known and reputed across the globe. And I know for certain that the kind of loyalty that the customers of HDFC Limited had for the institution has been quite legendary. And I think we thank them, and we ensure and we hope and we pray that we will continue to serve them as well as how the institution HDFC Limited served them. So coming to the various questions that were asked by the shareholders, let me go point by point. One is on the merger expenses. I think it is, this is going to take some time to estimate as a process. As you know, the entire approval process is not complete. Post the approval as of today by the shareholders, there are still a lot of downstream processes that are there, which requires multiple other sub-government, quasi-government, and regulatory approvals. This will take about 8 to 10 months' time from today, and the cost that is involved in all these aspects, and also in terms of the integration process, will be estimated and sort of will be concluded after some time. So maybe in the future, normal annual general meetings, maybe I think we would be in a better position to estimate this. I think one of and I did mention that the effective date, since there are a lot of other processes involved, it could sort of take another 8 to 10 months before the effective date is announced by the court, which is the NCLT. The allotments obviously will happen on the date of the effective date, but as the new shares that can be allotted will take a little bit of a time, because we need to put it in a separatized SIN number, and then we need to wait for the approvals of the exchanges, post which these shares which have been allotted will be allowed to trade. This could take on the date of, if the T is the date on which the shares are allotted, the trading could happen about T+2, T+3, going by the past practice. Capital, I think, yes, HDFC Limited is a very strong and resilient entity. It has a very sufficient capital, and in terms of equity and reserves, it has a very healthy capital adequacy ratio. We should expect on a total basis the capital adequacy ratio going up for the bank on the merged entity basis by maybe about 20, 30 basis points. Benefit of merger, I think one of the shareholders did ask about it. It is quite evident that this is a product which evokes a lot of emotional quotient. It is an extremely important, very attractive product, obviously executed so well by HDFC Limited over the years. It has a wonderful brand recall. And as you know, an NBFC has limitations in terms of raising granular funding. The bank is blessed to have a larger footprint in terms of distribution, in terms of a large customer franchise, and the ability to raise more and more deposits. And the complement that it'll have in our product offering is going to be immense. And the fact that we'll be able to unleash this product over a larger distribution footprint, a larger customer base, is going to be one of our key benefits of the merger. So, this, as probably all of you know, that housing sector is going to be powering Indian economy over the next many years. And it's important that we ride on this particular market opportunity. And this is one of the main or significant reasons of this merger. In terms of the properties, obviously the properties of HDFC Limited will continue, will subsume as properties of HDFC Bank. As you know, we are a large bank. We have 161,000 people. We need space. I'm sure we will have not only use these spaces, but also probably add more to it in the years to come by. Employees, we have said this, even Mr. Parekh and had mentioned this even at the time of on the 4th of April. I think the kind of employees that would come in is going to be extremely good. We're going to be blessed. This institution is going to be blessed, and we will, all the employees who are not superannuated will be a part of the bank's employee strength, including the company secretary. He will join as a part of the management team of HDFC Bank. Yes, share transfer agent will continue to be the bank's share transfer agent. The subsidiaries of HDFC Limited will become the subsidiaries of HDFC Bank. Of course, we do await some approvals from the regulator as well on that. In terms of effective date, I did mention that this is something that the NCLT will decide. We believe, going by the past practice and going by the past trends, that it will take another 8 to 10 months time before an effective date is announced. Stamp duty, I think this is one of the shareholders that asked this. It could be around 50 crores, and the bank will be incurring this particular expense as and when the merger becomes effective. Yes, the subsidiaries, the RBI approval, though, as I said, we do await approval from the regulator on the structure and the composition of the subsidiaries. So as of now, let's keep it at that, and let's await for their directions and approvals. The employee strength, as you know, is just about, for the bank, is about 161,000 people. They have about roughly around 3,500 people. It's the quality of people, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, is extremely good. We will have all of them would be welcome into the bank's fold. Expected record date, this is one area probably I'll request after the company secretary to sort of give us a bit of an insight. In terms of the key partners, I think this is a channel which has been nurtured by HDFC Limited for many, many years, and they have been an important part of the funding process for HDFC Limited business. And I can assure you that we would like to welcome that particular channel into our fold. The discussions are on to ensure that it's a win-win for both the key partners and also the banks and the bank as well. Rationalization of branches, I don't believe. They have about 508 branches and 39 hub locations as per the last count. I think all these branches are in extremely wonderful locations, and we believe that the rationalization or duplication is going to be fairly small, and we would want to ensure that all these branches would become the bank's branches as well, without sort of destroying the fabric of the stamp of HDFC Limited's mortgage engagement process. FDs of HDFC Limited, I think we have sought approvals from the regulator to grandfather all the FDs as FDs of HDFC Bank. Because they are all under contractual maturities, so the rates will be protected until the maturity of all these FDs. One of the shareholders did ask, why is it not a physical meeting? I think whilst the NCLT is convened a meeting, an online meeting, of course, it does not preclude us from not holding a physical meeting, but then you yourself probably would have seen that the advantages of a virtual meeting where people across the country can join and participate in the proceedings of a shareholder meeting. There's a lot of advantages, unlike in terms of a physical meeting where it'll be very difficult for the shareholders to travel and come for such events. What will be our rank post-merger? We are the second largest bank in the banking system today. Post-merger, we will continue to be the second largest bank. So there was not going to be any change in the ranking or the rank order in terms of the balance sheet or deposits or advances, etc. I think more or less I have whatever questions I had, I have completed on most of it. If the chairman Chairman, sir, are you now audible? If you want to, yes.
Am I audible, Aman?
Sir, loud and clear,
Yes,
sir. Please go ahead.
loud and clear.
Thank you. My apologies to the shareholders for having my connection not working appropriately during the very period when you expected me to answer your queries, for raising which you had taken your time out and raised the queries, as well as supported the scheme of amalgamation. I'm extremely grateful to all the shareholder speakers as well as the other shareholders who are attending it for having taken the trouble to go through the notices, scheme, etc., and raised these very vital, important issues. I shall, Managing Director, Mr. Shashidhar Jagdishan has taken up most of the issues. I'll dwell upon two of them. One of them refers to the subsidiaries. Bank has two subsidiaries today, that is HDB Financial Services Limited and HDFC Bank Securities Limited. They continue as such. Naturally, there is no change in their structure. For the rest of the subsidiaries, which is a large number of companies which are already separately listed. Some of them are listed entities, some of them are unlisted entities. That would be, they'll become subsidiaries of the bank depending upon the regulatory permission that we receive from the bank. That is the Central Bank of India, that is RBI, and other regulators, namely IREDA, and subsequent to which they will become subsidiaries of the bank. The others which the bank cannot hold will have to be separately divested. As well as a couple of them are already getting amalgamated into HDFC Capital Advisory, into HDFC Limited itself, so that they are already part of HDFC Limited when the scheme of amalgamation takes effect. I shall now come to the board of directors. There is immense amount of wealth of talent in the board of HDFC. And that is where it has taken, especially the leadership of Mr. Deepak Parekh, Mr. K.K. Mistry, Mrs. Renu Karnad, who have, and countless others who have taken the company to great heights. I would be failing in my duty if I don't acknowledge their immense contribution today. However, HDFC Bank itself has its own architecture of governance, and there would be the board of the bank would certainly see some change to have as much of talent available in the board of HDFC Limited come into the bank. However, that would depend upon and would be subject to the regulations under the Companies Act, importantly under the Banking Regulation Act, as well as the separate Banking Regulation Act, as well as the regulation made thereunder, and also individual preferences of various directors who may also have their own choices. Based upon that, the composition of the bank's board would get finalized. The Banking Regulation Act lays down requirements not only related to age, tenure, also relates to the area of expertise, especially in the verticals like SME, agriculture, so on and so forth. So these are various stipulations on the bank board composition of a particular bank, which is dictated by the law. So post-merger, it would be dictated by that. These are the two major issues, I think, which were raised by many shareholder members. However, I must remind them that Mrs. Renu Karnad is already a member of HDFC Bank board as a nominee director from HDFC Limited and would continue subsequently as well, as she has been appointed for a certain period of time, which extends much beyond the amalgamation, and we have her services available to us. As far as employees, Mr. Jagdishan has talked about it. Those who have not retired as on date would be part of the bank. There will not be any person who would lose his job on account of amalgamation. That's an assurance I can give today. I'm extremely grateful to the chairman of the meeting, Mr. Doshi, for having consented to chair the meeting today, as well as conduct it. I understand he also had to conduct the morning meeting, so it's two very strenuous sessions for. And I do thank shareholder members once again for taking trouble for attending the meeting today, supporting the amalgamation proposals as I heard from them, as well as raising very pertinent queries. I hope between Mr. Jagdishan and me, we have been able to satisfy some of them. More of them you will lie in the womb of future as the scheme of amalgamation as and when passed by the regulators takes fruition. You will see the results thereof. Thanks very much. I hand it over to the chairperson.
Thank you, Mr. Chakravarti, and thank you, Mr. Jagdishan, for answering most of the queries raised and for giving some indication of the path forward till the completion of the merger and beyond. There was the secretary informs me that as far as the question of the record date is concerned, I think Mr. Jagdishan already mentioned that the effective date is likely to take some time, and the record date can only be after the NCLT approves, that is after the effective date, and should be shortly after the effective date. Well, this being the NCLT convened meeting, the results will be reported to the NCLT. I authorize Mr. Santosh Haldankar, Company Secretary of the HDFC Bank, to receive and declare the voting results along with the scrutinizer's report, intimate NCLT and the stock exchanges where the securities of HDFC Bank are listed, and place the same on the website of HDFC Bank. The resolution as set forth in the notice shall be deemed to be passed today, subject to the requisite number of majority votes. Also, HDFC Bank will put up the results on the notice board at the registered office and the corporate office and on the website of HDFC Bank and NSDL on or before close of business hours on November 26, 22. The business of the meeting is now complete. I would declare the meeting closed. I thank all of you, all the shareholders who are present, the directors and the management who have assisted me in the smooth conduct of the meeting. Thank you. I now request the members who have not voted so far to cast their votes now. Members may note that e-voting window will remain open for another 30 minutes. Thank you.
Dear members, as advised by the scrutinizers, the time for e-voting has elapsed. This concludes the proceedings of the NCM. Thank you all for participating in the NCM and e-voting.